Yes, I'm live now. Welcome once again to another new video. This is Santu Sahu and you are watching Sahu's tutorial English literature. Do join. Okay, so this is the second video for the upcoming MS set. This is mock test number 2, day 2. In the earlier video, I have discussed 20 questions along with explanation. I have already created a playlist called MS set 2024. So by visiting that playlist you will be getting all the videos. So this is day 2. Please do join quickly and I will be covering 20 questions with explanation. I'm waiting for all of your confirmation. I hope that everything is okay and you are all well by the grace of Almighty, and we can begin the session here. Those who are watching for the first time, please make sure to subscribe the channel and don't forget to tap the bell icon to get more notification, and to stay updated as well, do join the Telegram channel. Here it's written Santu Sahu UGC net. So as I have mentioned that it's day 2 and I'll be discussing question from 21 to 40. Okay, so without wasting your time, let's begin the session. And here is the question number 21. But before that, if you want to buy mock test series in the form of Google form, you can buy. So 7,000 plus MCQs are available. Super sale is on. The basic price here, the normal price is actually 1,000, whereas super sale is going on. You can buy it only paying 500 rupees. So WhatsApp in this number. So here is the first question, question number 21, because I have already discussed that. I have already told that earlier video I have discussed 1 to 20 question. So here is the first question: who is the author of the novel Chronicles from the Land of the Happiest People on Earth? This is the latest novel published in 2021 by this author. Who is writing this novel Chronicles from the Land of the Happiest People on Earth? Chinua Achebe, Ol Soyinka, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, Ben Okri. Who is writing this novel? Those who are watching, you can answer in the comment box. Here the right answer is actually Ol Soyinka. The Nigerian writer here, Ol Soyinka, is writing this 2021 novel Chronicles from the Land of the Happiest People on Earth. So here B is the right answer. Okay. So here you see that Chronicles from the Land of the Happiest People on Earth, 2021 novel by this Nigerian writer, this novelist Ol Soyinka. The novel is a satirical political novel and inspired by the current state of Nigerian politics. A Dance of the Forest is the portrayal of what? Post-colonial Nigerian politics, post-colonial Indian politics, post-colonial South African politics, or post-colonial Kenyan politics. A Dance of the Forest is another important work by Ol Soyinka. Here it portrays what? It portrays the post-colonial Nigerian politics. So A is the right answer. Post-colonial Nigerian politics. Here you see that it's a work by Ol Soyinka, and this work is presented. It was presented at the Nigerian independence celebration. Good evening. It was presented at the Nigerian independence celebration in 1960. Here you see that Ol Soyinka was against the negritude movement. He was against the negritude movement, and he was against also over the glorification of pre-colonial Nigeria and Africa at large. Here, A Dance of the Forest was written to address such issues, and here it is illustrating that post-colonial Africa needs to change their deeds. Chalo. So this is actually here portrayal of the post-colonial Nigerian politics as aimless and corrupt. A Dance of the Forest, Nigerian politics. Chalo. Next question. Which of August Wilson's plays? We have another important writer, August Wilson. August Wilson's plays won the Pulitzer Prize for Drama. Okay, August Wilson is winning two Pulitzer Prize for Fences and for the Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Joe Turner's Come and Gone. I think this is the PL Nation as well as Fences. Okay, winning two Pulitzer Prize. So here A and C are right answer. Pulitzer Prize for Drama. Here you see that August Wilson is actually an American playwright. He has been referred to as the theater of the poet of Black America. Theater's poet of Black America, who is August Wilson. And he is best known for a series of 10 plays collectively called the Pittsburgh Cycle. Okay, Pittsburgh Cycle. Here, plays in the series include Fences, published in 1987, and The Piano Lesson, published in 1990, both of which won the Pulitzer Prize for Drama. So here, The Piano Lesson and Fences, these are two dramas written by August Wilson, winning Pulitzer Prize for Drama. So here, that's why A and C are the right answer. Pulitzer Prize for Drama, August Wilson, American playwright. Okay. So which series of plays by August Wilson chronicles the experiences of the African American community in the 20th century? The New York series, the Chicago Cycle, the Pittsburgh Cycle, the Harlem Chronicles. Right now I have explained August Wilson, the American playwright, here chronicles the experience of African American community in the 20th century. Name the series of plays. What would be the right answer here? It is actually the Pittsburgh Cycle. It contains 10 plays. Okay, so the Pittsburgh Cycle here, C is the right answer. August Wilson from American writer. So you see that he is best known for a series of 10 plays collectively called the Pittsburgh Cycle or the Century Cycle. Here, experiences, it chronicles the experiences and heritage of the Afro-American community in the 20th century. Got it? And he is also referred to as theater's poet of Black America. Who is August Wilson? August Wilson. Clear? Now, here is question number 25. Which Indian English novelist debut novel? It is the debut novel, An Atlas of Impossible Longing, was published in 2008. Chetan Bhagat, Arundhati Roy, Kiran Desai, Anuradha Roy. Who is writing this Indian writer, this novelist? Here, An Atlas of Impossible Longing is a work by Anuradha Roy. So here D is the absolute right answer here, D. And here you see that which are the other important novel by this novelist, Anuradha Roy. She has written 5 important novels. The first debut novel is An Atlas of Impossible Longing. This work was published in 2008. Whereas the second is The Folded Earth, published in 2011, Cliffing on Jupiter, 2015, All the Lives We Never Lived, 2018, whereas The Earth Spinner is a 2021 novel. These are, you can take a screenshot, these are all novel by Anuradha Roy. So which one is the debut novel? An Atlas of Impossible Longing, published in 2008. Even this novel here, Sleeping on Jupiter, is an important novel by Anuradha Roy, Sleeping on Jupiter. Okay, moving on to question number 26 here. Which of the following is a book by Vikram Seth? Vikram Seth is writing A Fine Balance, The God of Small Things, and Equal Music, The White Tiger. So A Fine Balance, you know, all is written by Rohinton Mistry, whereas The God of Small Things, Arundhati Roy, whereas An Equal Music is a work by Vikram Seth, and A White Tiger, you all know. So here A Fine Balance, here you see Fine Balance, I think published in 1995. Yeah, Fine Balance is a work published in 1995, where we have the characters like Isbar, yeah, Om Prakash Darji, Isbar, Manek. Okay, and it is said in during the emergency period. A Fine Balance. Okay, and this novel was also shortlisted for Booker Prize. Shortlisted, but he did not own. But he did not win Booker Prize, but it was shortlisted for Booker Prize. That is A Fine Balance by Rohinton Mistry. and this work is published in 1995. So the first novel by Remington Mystery is Such a Long Journey. Such a Long Journey is the first novel that was actually published in 1991. Then the second novel is A Fine Balance that is set during the emergency period, and the third novel is Family Matters. Okay, so these are three important novels written by Remington Mystery. Okay, Family Matters, A Fine Balance published in 1995. Family Matters published in, I think, 2002. I'm not sure, but it may be 2002. So these are three important novels by Remington Mystery. And Tales from Firozabad is a collection of short stories by Remington Mystery. Tales from Firozabad. Tales from Firozabad, and its other title of this collection of stories, Tales from Firozabad, is Swimming Lesson. Swimming Lesson. Other title. Okay, so God of Small Things is a work by, you know, that Arundhati Roy. It was published in the year 1997, and in the same year it won her Booker Prize. In the same year 1997, it won her Booker Prize. Whereas An Equal Music is a work by Bikram Seth. Whereas The White Tiger, you know, it was actually published in 2008, and in the same year, okay, he won the Booker Prize 2008. The White Tiger is actually an important novel by. Here you see that what is An Equal Music. An Equal Music is a novel by Bikram Seth, and it is the story between the violinist, the secret affair between the violinist and the pianist. The plot concerns Michael, a professional violinist, and his love for Julia, a pianist he made as a student in Vienna. So that is An Equal Music, published in the year 1999 by Bikram Seth. Clear? Who wrote the play Cat on a Hot Tin Roof? Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. Tennessee Williams, Arthur Miller, Eugene O'Neill, August Wilson. Cat in a Hot Tin Roof is a work by this writer. Tennessee Williams is writing here. And Tennessee Williams is associated with plastic theatre. What theatre? Plastic theatre. Clear? Plastic theatre. Here is the explanation. You see that Cat on a Hot Tin Roof is a 1955 American 3-act play by this writer Tennessee Williams, and this play, that is Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, is actually an adaptation of his 1952 short story called Three Players of a Summer Game. And this work won him Pulitzer Prize for Drama in the year 1955. And this work is set in the plantation home in the Mississippi Delta of Big Daddy Pollitt, a wealthy cotton tycoon. The play examines the relationship among members of Big Daddy's family, primarily between his son Brig and Maggie, the cat's Brig wife. Maggie, the cat's Brig wife. So this is 1955 work. In the same year, it won him Pulitzer Prize actually. Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. Tennessee Williams, Plastic Theatre. Which of the following scholars is not considered a new historicist? Stephen Greenblatt, Louis Montrose, Jonathan Dollimore, they are all actually new historicists, whereas Harold Bloom is not a new historicist actually. So D is the right answer. Clear? 28 का D right answer है. Okay. Those who are watching, please like the session, share with your friends as well, and let the channel spread with your friends. So which author is known for the creation of the imaginary island called Erewhon? Erewhon is actually an imaginary island. We have two Samuel Butler. Okay, here Thomas More, Francis Bacon, Jonathan Swift. Here the novelist Samuel Butler is writing Erewhon or Over the Range. Erewhon or Over the Range. This is the name of this is the subtitle of this novel, Over the Range. This is a work by this Samuel Butler, this novelist. Here, the imaginary island called Erewhon. Here you see, Erewhon or Over the Range is a novel by the English writer Samuel Butler, first published anonymously in 1872, and it is set in a fictional country discovered and explored by the protagonist. The book is a satire on Victorian society. So, this novel, Erewhon or Over the Range, is a satire on whom? Satire on Victorian society, and even the experience of writers Butler's own experiences in New Zealand. Here, the first few chapters of the novel dealing with the discovery of Irvine are in fact based on Butler's own experiences in New Zealand, where as a young man he worked as a sheep farmer on Mesopotamia station for about 4 years, and he explored parts of the interior of the South Island and wrote about in his first year in Canterbury settlement. So this is all. Even here, the novel is one of the first to explore the ideas of artificial intelligence, as influenced by Darwin's recently published On the Origin of Species, published in 1859. So Erwin the Over the Society, it's a satire on Victorian society by this Victorian novelist Samuel Butler. Erwin Over the Range. Okay, August Wilson. August Wilson has been famously described as the father of Black American theatre, the Shakespeare of modern drama, the theatre poets of Black America, the voice of American literature. Today only in the previous question I have discussed. So August Wilson is known for, it's famously described as the theatre's poet of Black America. So here C is the right option. Okay, so here is question number 31. Who is the protagonist of this novel, Chronicles from the Land of the Happiest People on Earth? This is actually a work by a novel by Ol Soyinka, published in 2021. This is the latest updated novel. Okay, so here this is Dr. Kiher Menka, Chief Odili Sampson, Mrs. Adola Akintola, and Senator Johnson Ulwi. So here Chronicles from the Land of the Happiest People on Earth is a work by Ol Soyinka. Here the protagonist of this novel is Dr. Kiher Menka. So here A is the right answer. Here you see that Chronicles from the Land of the Happiest People on Earth 2021 novel by this playwright and novelist Ol Soyinka. The novel is a satirical political novel, and it is inspired by the current state of Nigerian politics, and it tells the story of Dr. Kiher Menka, a surgeon tasked with providing limbs and organs for rich clients, and it is third novel, its first since Season of Enemy. So Season of Enemy is also another important work, a novel 1973 also. A Season of Enemy is also a work by this novelist Ol Soyinka. Okay, here Chronicles is another important latest novel. Okay, Semiotics and the Philosophy of Language is a book by Umberto Eco, Robert Penn Warren, Rolla Barthes, and A.D. Wheelwright. Who is writing this work? Here, Semiotics and the Philosophy of Language. This work is actually written by whom? Umberto Eco. So here, Umberto Eco is writing. Here is the cover page of this work. Umberto Eco, Semiotics and the Philosophy of Language. Semiotics and the Philosophy of Language, Umberto Eco. Clear? Now here is next question, cultural poetics. Cultural poetics is also sometimes referred, or new historicism is sometimes referred as, that is cultural poetics. So as coined by Raymond Williams, Stephen Greenblatt, Ellen Showalter, Paul Ricoeur. So cultural poetics was coined by here Stephen Greenblatt. So here B is the right answer. Greenblatt is one of the founders of the new historicism. New historicism as one of a set of critical practices that he often refers to as cultural poetics. So here Stephen Greenblatt is referring new historicism as cultural poetics. Here now the Prague School or the Prague Linguistic Circle started in the year 1924, 25, 1988, 1927. It was actually founded. It was founded in the year founded in the year 1926. 1926. So here D is the right answer. Okay. 34 D is the right answer. The Prague Linguistic Circle was founded in 1926. Here. So next question. A functional view of language. A functional view of language studies in functional syntax. These are important works by which writer? He is also known as father of French linguistics. Okay. André Martinet, Simon Dick, Michael Halliday, Edward Laden. Who is writing this work of functional view of language studies in the functional syntax? It's André Martinet. André Martinet. Here you see Martinet is one of the most famous French linguistics and can be regarded as the father of French functionalism. It's not linguistic. It's not linguistic. Father of French functionalism. It's not linguistic. Father of French functionalism is André Martinet, and his functional syntax with two major books. First one is the Functional View of Language, and Studies in Functional Syntax. These are by Andre Martinet. Clear? Who wrote Discourse on the Origin and Basis of Inequality Among Men, also commonly known as Second Discourse. It's a 1755 work by Jean-Jacques Rousseau, Augustin Bach, Emile Zola, Honor de Balzac. Who is writing this work here? Discourse on the Origin and Basis of Inequality and the Second Discourse is a work by Jean-Jacques Rousseau. So A is the right answer. Clear? Now, which is Saul Bellow's first novel, the debut novel, written in the diary form? Dangling Man, Herzog, the Day of December, The Adventures of Ockimers. The debut novel of Saul Bellow is written in diary form. It's Dangling Man. So here A is the right answer. Clear? Now Dangling Man, written in diary format, the story centers on the life of an unemployed young man named Joseph and his relationship with his wife and friends and his frustration with living in Chicago and waiting to be drafted. And his diary serves as a philosophical confessional for his muses. It ends with his entrance into the army during World War II. Along with Bell's second novel, The Victim, it is considered his apprentice work. Okay, what is the another novel? Second novel, The Victim is the another second novel. Dangling Man, written in diary format. Clear? Which of the following metaphysical poets wrote a poem titled Easter Wings? Okay, Henry Vaughan, Robert Herrick, George Herbert, John Donne. So Easter Wings is a work, that is a poem written by this metaphysical poet called George Herbert. George Herbert is writing. Clear? So here C is the right answer. Easter Wings is a poem by George Herbert which was published in its posthumous collection, The Temple. Temple is a posthumous collection by George Herbert. In that Temple, we have the important poem called Easter Wings by George Herbert. Here is question number 39 on your screen. Every demon carries within him, unknown to himself, a tiny seed of self-destruction and goes up in a thin air at the most unexpected moment. To which of the arc-narrated characters the above statement applies? Raju the guide, no. Jagan the sweet vendor, Vasu the married Malgudi, or Marge the financial expert. So Vasu is actually the married Malgudi, self-destruction. Every demon carries within him, unknown to himself, a tiny seed of self-destruction. And so this is actually Vasu, the myth married of Malgudi by R.K. Narayan. And today's last question is on your screen here. What did Henry James describe as loose baggy monsters? Novels, the Spaniards, epic poems, short stories. Henry James described novels as loose baggy monsters. So these were all 20 questions. In the first video I have discussed 20 questions, and this is the day 2 where I have discussed the explanation as well. I have discussed 20 questions. So total I had completed 40 questions. Okay, so see you tomorrow. I will be discussing another 20 questions by explanation. Stay tuned, and those who have not joined yet the Telegram channel, please do join the Telegram channel, that is Santosh Sahu UGC Net. Stay tuned and do not forget to subscribe the channel, tap the bell icon to get more notification, and let the channel spread with your friends. Thank you once again, and good night once again to everyone.